In this video, we are going to go over the last month of 2025, December. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I am. If you don't know, I love a new month because it's a clean canvas, but I really love December because I'm finishing out my last quarter challenge, number one. Number two, I'm prepping for 2026, okay? And number three, I guess it's still prepping. So three, prepping, and we're closing out a whole year. Can you believe it? 2025 has cometh and has gone. On one hand, I'm like, you know what? This has been a long year. And then on the other hand, I'm like, dang, this year went by fast. I don't know how to feel, okay? It's just been a lot going on. But here we are in the last month of the year. Now, this right here is my budget planner. I will be having a new binder for 2026 as my budget planner because new year, new vibes. We're coming in, we're going fresh. We're leaving this in 2025. That's just me. So I'll do those videos later. But if you don't know, my name is Mo. I'm working on my financial freedom journey with me and my husband. And on paperbymo.com, I provide a lot of resources that are affordable: budget planners, savings trackers, debt trackers. And since we're entering 2026, I have a 2026 bundle where it has 5 different products all together as one that is $19.99. So you have your budget planner, you have your 2026 bingo, you have a savings planner, you have a student loan debt tracker, and you have a quarterly review planner. So click that link below or go to paperbymo.com, whichever it is. Make sure you guys go check that out. Also, if you're subscribed on paperbymo.com, you'll see that I'm constantly having sales. So make sure you subscribe to paperbymo.com so you can get those sales. Also, every Sunday on paperbymo.com, I write a new blog. I'm talking about everything money, finances, savings, debt. So this most recent blog, I talked about 2026 contribution limits because, every year when it comes to IRA, 401ks, they always go up. So I talked about what I'm planning to do in 2026. So make sure you guys go check those out and give those a read. It's a whole bunch of different blog posts, and most of them will all be posted below. In this video, we're going to go over our goals. We're going to go over the December calendar, how much my husband and I are expecting to get paid. We're going to go through all our bills and variable expenses with savings, debt, and the whole thing. So if you're new here and you haven't already clicked that subscribe button and joined the community because you want to know about money and talk about money just as much as I do, make sure you join the community by clicking that subscribe button and make sure you stay tuned. I'm excited to close out the year because this is going to be a part of the closeout process. We got to figure out what we have done and haven't done in 2025 bingo. I feel like I might have gave myself a lot more than I should have, but I at least did 3. So we got 3 in a row. Okay, we got 3 in a row. A win to win. I'm excited again for the new year because I'm going to have a 2026 bingo. And I got to work through, we got to make something doable so it won't be too much. I don't want to be overwhelmed, okay? Because I'm an ambitious person. I don't want to be, not too much. But these printables are available at paperbymo.com. This budget planner setup, this is printables that are, it is called the Mo Budget Less Problem Budget Planner Printable, which again is in the 2026 bundle. But that is what I'm using. And here we are for the month of December. The quote is, "My goals are far more important than my excuses." Come on now with a word. Come on. So I'm going to take everything out because if you don't know, your girl, me, I write hard. So I like to take everything out of the binder. And see, the other thing is this is a 1-inch. Look, this is already ripped. This is a 1-inch. So I'm thinking maybe for the new year, I'll do like a 1.5 because it's just not that. It's not a lot of space. And clearly, look at that. She's thick. Thick. Okay. So somebody asked me before on Instagram, why do I go over my calendar if you don't even use it? I said, you know what? We're about to be in a new year. Don't call me out. No, but it's okay. Call me out. Okay. So I do the calendar because I want to know when I'm getting paid. Don't you want to know when you're getting paid? Okay. Also, I want to know about the holidays. Okay. Holidays are important, and not just like federal or yearly holidays. We're talking about birthdays. Birthdays are important. Now, I don't have anybody's birthday in December, but that calculates your money, because if your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your child's birthday is in December, don't you want to track that? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know. Okay. So for December 1st starts on a Monday, and then it goes to 31st. Y'all know I usually have issues. I'm figuring out when it is. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and count it. Again, I write sideways. So we're going to do Monday is the 1st. I was going to go to Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I know you're thinking, why you got to count? Listen, I have messed up so many times. 17, 18, 19, 20. Y'all can't tell me my accent ain't good. I mean, you can tell me my accent isn't good, but I'm delusional and I won't believe you. Just saying. Okay, 21, 22, 23, 24. Christmas is on a Thursday? 25, 26, 20. You know what? Yeah, because isn't Thanksgiving always on Thursday? Whatever. Okay, 27, 28, 29, 30, and there are 31 days. So we start on a Monday and we end on a Wednesday. I love saying Wednesday because that's just what people say to make sure they can spell it. So I'm using a Pilot pen. Okay, so that was in black. I'm going to use, what am I going to use, girl? And there's an orange. I know I got a green one in here somewhere. Let's just do orange. I like to do green usually because green is money and money is green. Maybe I can do this one. This is a really old, what's this lady's name? Erin Condren pen. Okay, so we get paid twice a month, my husband and I, which is we get paid not just like twice a month, because people argue about it being the same. It is not the same. I'm telling you, Google it. Being paid twice a month is different than being paid bi-weekly, because sometimes, since we're bi-weekly, that we might get paid 2 months out of the year. We get paid 3 times. December isn't it, but let me tell you, January we're getting paid 3 times. Tell me that that's not a good start to the new year. I don't know. And if you tell me it's not a good start, you're lying. Okay, you're raging me. Bait rage, is that what they call it? Bait rage? I don't know. Okay, so the first week of December we're getting paid. So we're gonna say paycheck. Yummy. This is definitely going out, and I keep things forever. And then skip a week, and then the 19th. So this is pay. I spell that right? Paycheck. If you don't know and you're new here, your girl be struggling with the spelling. Now I want to get a red because I want some fa la 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 for Christmas. Okay, so I got the red Pilot pen, and then this is Pilot, but it's a different version. I had them in my backpack because I'm currently studying for a certification, y'all. Stress is real. Okay, so this is Christmas. Okay, not just like I said, I say it the way I'm trying to spell it. And what do I want to do? Maybe I want to be extra. Wait, isn't Christmas on the 25th? Yeah. I don't know. If it's not, my bad, y'all. Christmas. I don't know. I'm thinking I want to be cute. Okay. Christmas. I say I want to be cute, but am I really being cute? Or am I just being extra? Okay. So this is our calendar. We get paid twice. We have Christmas. This is New Year's Eve, but most of the time, I'm going to be honest, my husband and I really don't do a lot of things for New Year's Eve. Now we're going to be going into our goals. So my husband and I sat down. We talked about it. Again, I'm an ambitious person, and we discussed how we create so many goals and we don't always reach them just because the list is so long. We're being ambitious. And sometimes when you have too much that you say you're going to do, you end up doing nothing. At least that's me. I get overwhelmed and I'm like, you know what? We ain't doing none of that. F this list. I'm just saying. So we only got we only got about 3 things that we are actually trying to put down for December as a collective. Okay, so the first thing is we want to make sure set in stone. I need another paper under here. I don't like to fill the table. Set in stone 2026 goals. We have them. We had a family meeting about them, but we just want to tweak it a little bit more. And we want to make sure our 2026 goals feed into our life goals. So, like, I don't want to just make a goal. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to just make a goal for the sake of making a goal because it's a new year. That's not happening. It needs to go for what we want to do with our lives. So if you want to buy a house, maybe save this amount of money. Maybe we won't buy a house in 2026. Maybe we will. I don't know. DMV area is so expensive, but we want it to align with whatever our life goals are. So that is really important to us. So another one is, this is specifically for me because my husband isn't doing the quarter challenge, but I want to finish the last quarter challenge. That is also available on paperbymo.com. That's on sale. I think it's like $6 or $4. Like everything I'm putting on sale because it's holiday season. And if you or somebody you know is working on their financial freedom journey or they want to start for the new year, listen, the sale is the way to go. The goal is not to make it unattainable. The goal is to make it attainable, right? This is the whole point. I'm sharing my experience, the things I'm going through, all the things. So I want to finish. Why did I put lash? Do you want your lashes done, girl? I'm going to just do like this. We're going to T. Finish last quarter challenge. And then this is for both my husband and I. We want to be consistent with our studying. My husband is getting a certification or studying for a certification. He's in business. Cough, cough, PMP. So he wants to make sure he's studying accurately and effectively, as do I, because we're dealing with life like everybody else is. But we want to make sure we're good stewards of our time and we're not just studying just to say we're studying. Like we're actually is resonating, is seeping in our mind, all the things. So I'm going to say consistent and effective studying. Now let's see if I can spell these words. Consistent and effective studying. Both. I feel like when you write down your goals, this is my opinion, when you write down your goals and you write down what you want to do, it helps you attain it more. It not just in your mind. So when you say it out loud, what I like to do is I like to say it out loud consistently and I like to write it down. Okay. For whatever reason, it comes to fruition for me. So this is the things I like to do. But these are the 3 goals. It's not a lot, but they're big in essence, right? So we want to set in stone our 2026 goals and we want them to align with our life goals. Then we want to finish our last quarter challenge, at least for me. So for that's Mo, because again, my husband's not partaking in it. And then we want to be consistent and effective studying for our certifications for the both of us. So those are the goals, darling. Okay, let's see. Where is the... Here it is. Okay, so if this is like... trying to get it together. So we got this. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. The struggle is real. Again, these printables are a part of the More Money, Less Problems budget planner. Again, this is you can get that a part of the 2026 bundle. Okay. So the month is December. I'm going to do it in green because at least the month. Why not? December. Period. That's cute. Okay. If you don't know, we like to do a zero-based budgeting. And that's basically saying that once we get a certain amount of money, every dollar has a job. It needs to work for us. It needs to go somewhere. You can't just sit in our checking account because your checking account, what did it get? Like 0.0001% interest, meaning you're not going to get no money back. That doesn't mean we're broke. It just means our checking account that we use daily or weekly, monthly, whatever, doesn't have money sitting in it. Now, we do have money sitting in our high yield savings account because that's going to, I think ours is like 3.7%. And my husband and I, we use Marcus by Goldman Sachs. It's just something we prefer to do. So that is what we mean when I say zero-based budgeting. $0 in the account at the end of the month or after end of the pay cycle, because every dollar is going somewhere specifically. And maybe that dollar is being transitioned to cash because we like cash from time to time. Okay. Now, so we're going to sit here and say that we're starting out with $0. Now we're budgeting. That means that we got to do an actual eventually, right? And this is what we're predicting. So we're starting off with $0. So my husband has a full-time job. I have a full-time job. Now, there's a couple things. So one, my husband gets paid hourly, so his numbers do fluctuate. I get paid salary. Usually my number is the same. Now, a part of our 2026 goals, my husband and I have decided to both contribute 10% to our 401k. He has already been contributing 10%. I was contributing 5%. I upped it to 10%. Why am I bringing this up? Thank you for asking. So I was getting about per check $3,079. So another 5% is coming, and it's going to be about $270 taken. So assuming about $270. So I went ahead and my husband and I, because we budget before with each other, said that the income was going to be $2,800. Now this is per paycheck. So I don't know why I moved it to the side. So we're saying for me, I'm going to bring in $2,800 per paycheck. We're getting paid twice, times that by 2. That's going to be $5,600. Usually I get paid a little over $6,000, but again, we're putting more towards our 401k. So that's a choice. So that's Mo's full-time, and then we'll do O's full-time. Okay. So we're predicting for me $5,600 for the month. And then for my husband, sometimes he makes $1,800, $1,700, $1,600. We don't know. Usually it's $17, and we try to play it on the safe side. So $1,700 per check, and we're going to times that by 2. So that's $3,400. So we're going to take that. Okay, so we got $3,400 plus $5,600. That is $9,000 is what we're expecting to bring in for the month of December. $9,000. I am not mad at that. So if you do not know, this is how we have it broken up. This is how I like to have it breaking up. And again, this is also how it is in the Mo Budget Less Problems budget planner. So we have fixed expenses. So these are expenses that are not supposed to change. These are like your bills. Now, electricity usually changes, but I like to keep my electricity there. Some people put it in their variable expenses. Variable expenses are those that do change. So for us, we do food, gas, and fund money in the variable. But like I said, some people put their electricity bill in here. Then we have savings. So for us, it's savings and it's investments. So we do what we're putting into saving, our IRA, 401k, well, not 401k, but our IRA and brokerage also in here. And then debt for us, credit cards, student loans. If you had a car note, see, since it's a bill, I would put it here, the note. But if you're doing an extra payment, then I would put it in the debt. That's just me personally. I'm just telling you what Mo would do. So let's get into it. So we have our rent. So our rent is going to be, it is $1,545. Now that's another thing. If we do stay in our apartment, which we are heavily considering, just again, because home buying process right now is crazy. Houses are still a lot of money. They're going down a little bit, but again, we're in the DMV area. It ain't going down that much. Not as much as we are like. And we're from the South, baby. We want cheap. But you're in the DMV, you at least get very good jobs. It's a good job market up here, but the homes is not what we are used to. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So because of that, we're thinking about staying here. Now, we know that our rent is going to increase. We got a pretty good price. We get a deal on it. So I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. So this is our rent, $1,545. And then we also pay for our water/sewage. And we put aside $105. It's never that much. But if you don't know, all of our bill money goes to our bill account. And our bill account, we like to keep it 1 month ahead and keep a little cushion in there just in case, during the summer months, our electricity is higher than what we're used to. Okay, so that's water and sewage. Then we have our internet bill. That is $50. That's another thing. Who do we have? Xfinity. Xfinity said that they're going to go up to like $70 something. And I hate that for us. I'm trying to figure out if we're going to be able to get another internet company because I'm not happy with that. So we also have our phone bill. Now this is my mom's phone bill, but we pay it. So it's $182. It covers my husband, my mom, and myself. And it is AT&T, and they do kind of suck. But eventually, we still owe money on our phones. So eventually we're going to try to get out of this, but we're just not there yet. Then we have subscriptions. So my subscriptions are $21. I'm thinking, we saw that Hulu, usually we like to do the Black Friday deal for Hulu, it's 99 cents, but now they're doing Black Friday deal for Hulu and Disney Plus, and it's going to be $4.99. We're probably going to get it. I'm just letting you guys know. We're probably going to get it. But I say that to say it's probably going to go up, but to be determined. So that's $21. And then my student loan bill by itself is $197, which is crazy because I owe a lot more money. Why am I saying it's crazy? Because my husband's student loan bill is higher than mine, and his is $250. Then we have car insurance. Now, our cars are older. My car is 2016. So next year it'll be 10, and my cousin's car is 2017. And so they're older. They don't take a lot of gas. They have a lot of miles, and they're paid off. So this is why our car insurance isn't that high, but I feel like it can be cheaper, honestly. $185.85. Then we have a gym membership because our apartment does not have a gym. That is $70 a month. And then we have our electricity. Girl. Okay, we have our electricity bill. Now, usually it's higher than this, but it's chilly outside. We haven't been turning on air or heat. We just can open up our windows because we have screens. So this is $167.80. Y'all, I'm so happy. $167.80. So let's do some math and see what the numbers are saying. We have $15.45 plus 105 plus 50 plus 182 plus 21 plus 197 plus $250. 197 to 50 plus 185.85, and then plus 70 and plus 167.80. So we have $2,773.65. $2,773.65, which is not bad. We're under $3,000. Love that for us. We're going to take that. We're going to subtract $9,000, and we have $6,000 left. Well, we actually have $6,226.35. Okay, so we're going to go from fixed expenses, and then we're going to go to variable expenses. Okay? That's just the order that I like to do it, because these two are our four walls. So although we have $6,000 left, what we have remaining after our variable expenses will actually tell us how much we have left, because you have to have food. You got to eat. You got to have gas because we got to go to work. Now, we don't have to have fun money, but realistically, just if we don't put aside fun money, we just going to swipe our card anyway. Okay? I'm just being honest. You know what I was thinking? Me and my husband were talking about? We probably should put sinking fund in our variable expenses, because if we do shop crazy, we ended up taking out our sinking fund money. You know, like my mom's in town for Thanksgiving. We're going to shop. We went and got massages, right? We're going to take that massage money and take it from our sinking fund. So probably should do it anyway. But anyways, so we have food, O's gas, my husband's gas, Mo's gas, my gas, and then we have, what am I forgetting? Oh, O fund. And then we have Mo fund. Okay. So we like to do for food $250 every check. So we're getting paid twice. So that's going to be $500. And we do pretty well with this. We go to Aldi. The prices are a little higher. I mean, the prices are higher everywhere, but Aldi is solid. Okay. So that's $500. And when it comes to gas, we do $35 a check. So that's $70 for him. And then that's $70 for me. And then for fun, we do $50 a check. So for fun for my husband, it includes his haircut. And for me, it would usually include like my nails, but I haven't been getting my nails done lately. They just make them weak. And at this point, who cares? Because once they get off, my nails are weak and they're ugly. So it would include my nails. It includes my coffee runs. I love PJs and Dunkin' Donuts. Y'all, listen, maybe, ice cream. I'm an ice cream girl. So people ask me, what does the fun money include? It's whatever you want to do for fun. So maybe we go on a date night and we go bowling. That will come from fun money. Or we go out to eat. That'll come from fun money. Things like that. So his fun is, oh no, it's not $50. It's $100 because it's for the whole month. And then mine is $100 because it's the whole month. So we got $500 plus $200 because 100 and 100 plus 70 plus 70. We have $840. So we're going to take total $840 and then we're going to subtract. We're going to get the $6,226.35 minus $840. So now we have $5,386.35. $5,386.35. Now this is what we actually have left over because these combined are our 4 walls. So grateful to God. I'm so grateful that we have enough money to have this amount left over. So from this, now we go to savings and we go to debt. So we go over here to our savings. I like a cute arrow. To me. Cute to me. Okay. So my husband and I, one of our goals, let me show you guys real fast. One of the goals is to have $50,000 for our house down deposit. It's also to have 50,000 on YouTube subscribers for 2025 bingo. Again, I told y'all I'm ambitious. But 50,000 right now, we're at 39,000 for the house. And then we had 10,000 left over from our pivot account. So if you don't know, October in 2024, my husband was laid off. We created a pivot account to basically help us move from New Orleans to the DMV area. And we have $10,000 left over. What am I saying? If you got 39,000, you add the 10,000, we're technically at 49,000. So we're almost there, but so we'll be able to check that off real soon. We just got to get the numbers together. But still, although we might be there, we're thinking, okay, 2026 is coming. We still want to save more because buying a house in DMV area is not buying a house in Louisiana. It's not buying a house in Texas or Tennessee or Georgia. It's not buying a house in the South. So we gotta, I don't know. We're just gonna save more, guys. So what we've been doing for our house is $1,000 a paycheck is what we've been saving. So we get paid twice in December. So that means $2,000. So that's for the house. Now, we did not reach our IRA like maximum contribution for 2025. So we're still trying to actively give it money. So what we're going to do is do 500. Now you're probably thinking, why not give it more? First of all, we actually got to go look at those accounts and see what we've been contributing. Now it hasn't been the max. We know that for sure. But we're not giving it more because remember, I'm bringing in a little bit less because we're giving more to our 401ks. So that matters. So 500 for him, 500 for me. And then we're going to do our sinking fund. And that we're going to say 500 because that sinking funds are revolving doors for us. It goes in and it goes out. And then we also have a cash family fund, CF fund. Now, I made a video about this, but this is basically a fund where my husband and I are both saving money together, but as in cash. So my husband has an emergency fund, has 10,000, and same thing for me. I have an emergency fund that has 10,000, but those are for emergencies. This is for life, family, which is why it's called Cash Family Fund. I think it has about 2,000 in here. But the point is, what if one day we want to get a fur baby or a real baby? We need to have money. Expanding family definitely costs money. So that's what the goal is for that. So for the Cash Family Fund, we're saying we're going to give this $200. It's not a lot, but we're giving it something, right? Something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. Okay, $2,000. 500 and 500 is 1,000, so we're gonna add 1,000. Okay, 5 and 5. I should have just said 15. Okay, then we're gonna plus $500, and then we're gonna plus 200. So we got $3,700. That is the total for savings, 3,700. I love when our savings is higher than our fixed expenses. I don't think it's higher than our fixed expenses. And, oh, you know what? It might be higher fixed expenses. And so all bills and all expenses is higher than. Love that for us. So we're going to take 3,700. We're going to subtract 5,386.35. So we have 1,686.35 left over, darling. So remaining is 1,686.35. Now we're moving on to the debt. Womp, womp, womp. Okay. So I have 50-something thousand student loans. My husband, dollars, 50-something thousand dollars in student loan debt. And my husband has like about 19,000. I started off with 107,000. So she's definitely halfway down. My husband started off with 30-something thousand. So he's definitely paid, I don't know, 30, 20, 10. No, so he's paid over $10,000 combined. So we have less numbers. We're doing good progress, but because mine is higher, I gain more interest. So we do try to give my student loans a little bit more money because it accrues almost $500 a month. It sucks. It's horrible. So I say that to say you're going to see the loans that we're giving or the amount we're giving to the loans not be equal and the same. Just letting you know. So $1,686.35. So we're giving my husband's $500, and then we're gonna give mine $1,186.35. So adding that together, it should be $1,686.35. That means that we're gonna have $0 left over. So not mad at that. Me personally. We're still going to give to our student loans. We're just not giving as much because we got other goals. Paying off debt is great, but dang, you know what I'm saying? I love that you guys be like, oh, I paid off $500,000 in 26 months. Love that for you. But I also noticed that people have different circumstances. A lot of people go back home. A lot of people are able to stay with family and friends and not even have home expenses. And we probably could do it. If that was all we were doing was giving money to our student loan debt, we probably could do it. But we want other things, okay? We also want to invest. We also want to save for a house. Hell, we want to have fun. We want to go on date nights. We want to bowl, I don't know. So my husband doesn't know how to cut his own hair, so he wants to get his hair cut. Things like that. You got to take into account for that. Because in the beginning, when I started this journey, I was kind of jealous. I was like, you know what? How in the world are these people paying off this much debt? But the sacrifice, and I don't know about y'all, but we're not willing always to sacrifice that much. Okay, so this is cash that we're going to get. We don't do our gas in cash because we go to Costco, but we do our fun money in cash. And we do our food in cash. So that's going to be $700 in cash. So 5 for food, 100 for his fund, 100 for my fund. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7. So I'm expecting December to be a great month. Okay. It's going to be cold. Fa la 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 la. Now we are going to get people Christmas gifts. So we're going to end up spending money from our sinking fund, but we're also going to contribute to our sinking fund. We're also trying not to break the bank. We're probably going to be traveling. I'm going to be honest. So that's buying flights is also going to cost us some money. Okay. It's going to cost us some money, but we're going to do it anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.